How are you feeling? I am Zero the Third, the king of this kingdom!
I'm plenty friendly.
Hold on a minute! That is the truth.
Who am I? How can I forget?
How do I kick it off?
What makes you so sure?
Hello.
It's Nonary time. Booty booty boo booty booty boob. What's up, Brian? Dude, that's not what I wanted. Boom. Man, did my Discord freeze? Okay, here we go. 999 nuts. Okay, okay. Here we go, here we go. What were we doing?
I took the gun.
Oh, yeah.
Ace.
Ace.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Or maybe I ought to say Hamtaro Hongo. Did you ever tell me about the orange? No? What orange? Nine hours, 9 persons, 9 Ethans. You guys can hear me, yeah? Cool, cool. What orange, SB? What orange? Remember those 2 oranges right there?
You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that.
Also, who the fuck are you? 'Cause I don't remember faces.
You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Another irritating insect.
I made a mistake today on YouTube. I made a comment. It has gone comments and likes all day. I have not seen Pearl, by the way. One time I got really sick and spent all night talking to an orange. He was giving me life advice. Is that the comment you made on YouTube? Dryson, it's dirty time. I just took my hands and I unwashed them. Shout out to Dryson, thank you. Dirty deeds, baby. Dirty deeds. Look what you walked into. Look at those dirty deeds right there on the screen for you. You get checked into a mental hospital? Man, that's rude. Paul time? What the fuck? Hi, Paul. I left a comment about your pinky on your YouTube video. I'm typing because there's ads going on.
And how do you know that?
Good question.
If that link doesn't work, do an @ symbol before the it's Paul time.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go.
Oh, how goes it? How's
First is one.
Oh, he's talking about how his pinky hangs off of a Sony. Man, I forget. Like 1009. I'm totally saying it wrong. Sony. Oh, if you're still here, man. Dude, what the fuck? Are my ads over? I forget this good camera. No, what is it for reals, man?
Give me your hand. 8. And with this, 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Nah, come on, man. Well, if you want to find out what it is, go to his channel. Watch it. Because you all know what time it is. It's Paul time.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is.
Watch it later then. Or leave the stream and watch Paul's more important content.
What the hell are you planning, Santa?
At any rate, this game ends now. I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending.
Hey, how's COVID? Because your content's more informative, and it for somebody looking for A6000. There you go. Maybe Paul later. Okay. not Brian. Are you still testing positive for real? It's been working, okay. Well, tell her we say hello.
I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening?
Why isn't it opening?
One more time. Now open!
Just still got crap in your lungs. Oh, hello, that's awesome.
No! What is this? Why?
Why? I have commands now, isn't that cool?
The digital root should be 9! It has to be 9!
Is it not 9?
Then why? Why isn't it opening? Now!
No.
Ah!
Dude.
No!
Her boobs add bonus points to the digital root.
Ugh.
Oh, that was close.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit. After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat. 9 years ago? Then you must be...
What is Pearl? And also, what's X?
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Ace.
He's not a dumbass. He has osteoporosis.
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and
Horror
Musashido,
movies.
didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Misaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. Alright. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives.
Santa kidnapped June, right? Is that the story? I don't remember.
1. In the Nonary game,
We'll
the
find out in
number
a
9
second.
is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem.
Yeah, it does.
He knew your past. He knew what had happened
It's
9
mixed
years
up.
before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki.
So who did that to him? We still don't know, right?
Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake.
Chiefly because, dude, I've never said chiefly before.
That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki?
Dude, his hair color's different. Osteoporosis.
Why? How did
you not see his hair color's
I'll
different?
get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in.
No, you kicked him. Maybe he pushed him. Maybe he drop kicked him. Maybe he gave him a Stone Cold Stunner, and then Nijisaki stumbled into the room.
9 seconds later, the door
Oh no,
closed.
Junpei's not confessing. Junpei is explaining everything to us because we stupid.
And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
Boom.
Then you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room.
Snake has disappointed all of us by being alive. Damn, SB. He's blind, dude.
You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle.
Thanks, Nate, for the lurk. Thanks, buddy.
Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it.
Thank you, thank you.
You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took.
Why was Captain Crunch in there, though?
And then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse.
I hit the mic. He was pooping, huh?
When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest?
Ew.
You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you.
His pockets had too many
You
holes?
must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
He thought it was Captain Crunch. He couldn't recognize the
Because
face.
of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Let's see. Number 1.
But can he tell heights apart or gender? I don't know, dude.
There
He
are
can't
2
tell
ways
hair
you
color.
might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please, Zero.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters.
Your connection is shitty? No. Use your other phone.
As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
Oh, this is the other
You meant to
phone.
kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters.
Both phones together. There you go.
I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem.
I think it does add to the view count, SB.
Puppet, in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared.
Yeah.
The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap.
Because you can't see faces.
Yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh?
The first one I was using keeps lagging little by little. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate ya. Laughter. Beedra in the house too? Damn. Hey man, it's like $2.50. So I'll take those Bezo bucks. And hey guys, Beedra just hit affiliate. Brr, 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 brr.
My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki. No doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero. And Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurishiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's two things you got wrong.
Hey, I'm glad I contributed, but it's you, man. You got this, Petra. And you've helped me plenty before, so just returning the favor. I don't know where June is. I forget.
Number one, I ain't Zero.
What?
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this. All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say two things? You made
You
one
did.
more mistake.
Dos cosas.
Junpei, you just said all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game. To save someone.
Save someone?
Leave someone?
Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurishiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What? What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurishiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
Seven! What the hell is going on?
I don't know, I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
It's a migraine, dude.
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time.
Yes, I love
It's a
this.
project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't use his real name. Okay, there were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was in Nevada called Building
Nine children
Q.
trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic.
Dude, it's weak he doesn't pronounce the T in Gigantic. He's like gigantic.
The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However,
You say gigantic? SP?
for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Yeah, dude.
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
Now it sticks out every time he says it. Yeah. You've been living outside of English-speaking country for years. Your English is different. That's fine. He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside down Y. Yeah, or it could be going up. Jesus. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into two branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future, okay? But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. I don't think Junpei has a sibling. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river. Even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I am less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. You ready for this? You ready for this, guys? Where did she go? June. No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
He's in debt if he's less than 0. Where's Clover? Oh, shit. Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he turned the table on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes it having a gun to his head. Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? Santa's got a gun. He doesn't need to verify to go through that door,
Hey,
but
what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
he can't get through any numbered door with just 2 people. What the hell is he
Didn't I
thinking?
tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
Damn. Boop, ba-da, boop. That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? They keep on dropping it. I don't know. Shit, they're out. Santa making those dreams come true. Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make the dreams come true. And now the gates shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. Kim, that Reedy girl. Did he name himself Santa? He did. He did name himself Santa. SB, will you give that Reedy girl a shout out for me if you don't mind? At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Thank you. Go follow that Reedy girl. He was recently playing Assassin's Creed Origins, but is thinking about Last of Us Part 1 or Until Dawn.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
You mean we're trapped?
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
No, you can't be serious.
But he is. Shit, we've got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do this. I've just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. That means the digital root is 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
Can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Yes. Sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them ever again. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations, a lot of them. Huh? Ah, man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
Alright, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can take a look at what she was writing. Let's see.
What?
And there's no other way?
Lotus? Looks like she figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
Don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Whoa. Where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
If you're not... Look, it'd be bad, alright?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Yeah. If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
Damn, dude. Lotus is the star of this game? This guy's talking about assholes. They haven't even been on a date yet.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story.
7.
Laura Malia. Laura. How are you? How are you, my friend? Minecrafting lately? Thanks, SB. How you know I'm logged in? Oh, I just guess, Laura, I just guess.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Because you're like not online. What else are you doing, Laura? Minecraft.
Me too.
You
Thanks for
didn't
stopping by,
honestly
though.
think I'd abandon you, did you?
You're all idiots.
Yo, idiots. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however,
Oh,
I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
bonk.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
Oh, yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital root should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
Snake, what a D-bag.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital root was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Change the settings. Did they upgrade to HDMI? If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole 7 popped out of 9 years ago. What a weird sentence. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. This ain't the end, Holmes. What the fuck? Hey. Akane vision. Look at this shit. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. Whoosh. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. Dude, this is wild, man. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Perhaps you can think of it as having multiple tabs open on your Twitch. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why. Sounds worse than my fever conversation with the orange. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
That was my brother. Too many vowels. Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Are your subs? Oh yes. You gifted a sub. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, you gifted it to Lord. You're about to crash. Hey, thanks, Laughter, for joining, man. It did go through, Kim. Thank you. I want to do another. Who's this? Give my friend there a follow if you haven't. He's going to start streaming in the near future. Give us some pre-follows, okay? Let's make it happen. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. Bye, Laughter. Sweet dreams. Don't let the bedbugs scream. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. And the girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart, but just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind, 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around
I have
him.
a little sister. She is very important to me. Right now, she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Her name is actually Clover? As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 four-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see,
Shaka!
collecting 9 of a very specific plant is...
Yeah, I
well,
do,
is
man.
difficult.
It's also late where I'm at, but that's what I do. Nothing much, man. Just chilling. Just chilling. Give Shaka a follow, man. He was playing Last of Us Part 1. Let's get him to affiliate. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is
My
difficult.
sister means a great deal to me, and I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her since it's her 9th birthday. I thought 9 four-leaf clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. Do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way. Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words.
Leaf words.
So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Never forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. We are getting June's thought, yeah. Damn, you need to play this series again. It's been so long. There's a lot that I don't remember. That's what I'm saying, man. Brand new to me. It's kind of brand new to me, too. And honestly, I only played this, I think maybe 2 years ago? Yeah. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was only 1. But if there were only 1 door, that means only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors.
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in
18 minutes.
Evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration command has...
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
My brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered,
It means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
"Burn it
The
down."
plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us stayed behind were saved by 7. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down into the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother, Aoi, Snake, and 7. The other children, the ones who had gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Wasn't that what 7 was wearing when he was trying to stalk someone? Yeah, he was outside the ship. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. That was a memory of him being right outside the ship, and he, I think, got attacked and woke up in the prison or in one of the rooms. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized...
Where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
What the fuck's Jumpy's present? I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it when we slid out? I had to go back, I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me, up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back toward the stairs and freedom, the door to the incinerator opened and a man stepped out. It was Hongu. Hamtaro Hongu. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
How wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongu's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
I want to spell right now. There was an edge of insanity to his voice. I pulled as hard as I could.
Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongu to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongu.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
No means yes. He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Somebody help me!
Then suddenly, the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came 7 and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt toward Hongu.
You came back!
But then...
You're too late, idiot!
Idiot! Hongu threw his weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator. The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hangu stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hangu. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hangu glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached in his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelet carelessly on the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran toward the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door, a worried, frightened voice. My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely through the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here.
Where's Hongo?
Where's Hangu?
Went out the other door.
What?
Then it started again.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command. Incineration will begin in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but this is one hell of a creepy voice. Oh, dude, this is Junpei.
I knew it.
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
you know what that means, right? Incinerate means
This is so
burn.
weird having all of this voice. You need to buy this version and experience it. Yeah, and on the DS, I think, Shaka, you couldn't skip text either, if I remember correctly. On this, when you're playing the different paths, if the words are the same, it will let you skip it, and it would auto skip to where it's new text. So you can save some time doing it this way too. Incinerate means burn.
What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, god damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything
We
else.
can't
Talk
keep
about
up,
whatever
yeah.
you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
Yep, you had to go through all of it, yeah.
What? Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
9 years this, 9 years that. And when the time is right, I'll be 9 years dead. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor, it's moving. He is blind. Dung 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 dung. Hey, Scythius, thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. SB, would you mind giving Scott a shout out there? What else can I say about it? But, or Brian, if there you go. I wonder if Nonary has something to do with the number 9. What else can I say about it?
What the hell is that?
What is that? Boom. Thanks, Brian. Oh, thanks, SB.
What is that? What is that?
Shaka, this final puzzle was also different from the DS. The floor opened and a machine rose out of it. It looked like a computer. At least, it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me. It is different here. I don't remember what it was on the DS, but it was much more difficult. But I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off even as more took their place and forced myself forward. That's written really well, huh? Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off even as more took their place and forced myself forward. That's good, man. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be alright. Okay. Gah! Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. I have a nice voice, thank you. And it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Yeah. Voice of 1,000 angels. Hey, we're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you get to shove people
It's turned
around.
on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure they'll... Oh? Huh? Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
What's up?
Press the any key.
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered across the 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
Alright, puzzle. How do you work? Ah, man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. With the dual screen. You had to use both screens, okay. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face, a frightening, evil face. It was Hongu. How long has he been watching me?
Don't know what to do.
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
Oh, really? But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hangu, struggling to hold back hot tears.
A terrible person! I hate you!
Show us both your hands, Hangu. Yeah, show us both your hands. Momo.
Oh my! How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Huh?
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hangu left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. My face on my bracelet showed a 5. I ran to the door with a 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
I hear Hungo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys.
Yeah?
Now start the experiment.
Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes.
It's getting hot in here.
I imagine it'll be very painful.
So take off all your clothes. I'm gonna take my clothes off. His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in 10 minutes.
I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. So activate the verification function. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
You can figure it out, dude. What was I gonna do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were... Oh no. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. Yeah, let me recap everything for you. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces. Mom spaghetti, there we go. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll jump he had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me, Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! Jumpy!
June and Jumpy are in the same room 9 years apart. So June is in the first Nonary game. Yeah.
Jumpy! Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Here it is, here it is.
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
It's... So he is Junpei, but, she calls him Jumpy. It was a nickname.
Shut up! Just shut the hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck! Did something break our connection? I swear, I just heard her. Shit.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
And Junpei call her Kane. Connie? Yeah. Jumpy? I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course, but I'd heard it so clearly. Yeah. Highest amount of drama possible. Absolutely. Like he was right there. I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy! Akane! That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
His voice hasn't changed since he was a kid. No. This is... So SB, Junpei is in present time. Akane is from the past. Right now. Akane, are you in an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe that he knew that. Oh. Yes. Yeah. You're right, guys. His little boy voice. His little baby voice. Now I understand what Santa meant.
There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin.
How many
minutes?
Jumpy, we don't have time!
Yeah, I gotcha. Unless it translated to kid voice.
Got it!
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. Here you go, Brian. Here's your recap. I know why the Nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it. But there's only one possible answer. June is... Zero is... Or Jumpy Billy Madison and he was friends with her as an adult the whole time. Junpei Vision. Yeah, man. Akane Kurishiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurushiki. I must save her, no matter what.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left. This is Akane Vision.
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there.
I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him. That's a grown-ass man, Akane. Stop. Inappropriate. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. She's really gonna trust a strange man's voice. June had 9 years to work on her zero voice. Get out of my way!
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more here at stake than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? June is 0, yes. But June has not left that room from 9 years ago. In order for her to leave that room and exist in present time, Junpei has to help her now to solve this puzzle. Because if he doesn't, then she's dead. She's alive, but only in this line of this thread, right? This path right now that we're on. But she's seeing this in the future. Yeah, in this path he succeeds, but he has to succeed. Otherwise his path doesn't exist. I'll apologize later, alright? Now let's have a look at this thing. Alright, y'all, help me with this shit. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before.
It's gotta be digital root, motherfucker.
I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Okay, 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Oh, he doesn't have to do anything. Fate's already been decided. At least there's no time limit. Fuck. Who was randomly guessing who 0 is? Who was randomly guessing? You were. But who else? I don't know. Why wouldn't June just give him like 2 hours to solve it? Okay, we can't move this 1. But we know this is 9, right? So that's done. It's a brand new puzzle, yeah. Like, I know the answer because I remember it, but I want to figure out how to do it, though. So, what do you guys think? We don't know the rules, man. You know, I can, like, switch things out. Okay, so what's... 5 plus 3 is 8. I assume we need to get a digital root of 9 on all of them, right? So 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus what equals... 8 plus... I wonder if they kept the same principle here. No, it's just a yellow. So, like, look. 1 and 8, that's 9, right? 1 and 8, that's 9. So, I'm gonna guess this is 1. That's the 52 cards guy. Assad? Yeah. Get out of here, man. Okay. So, 5 plus what plus 7 is 9. 7 plus 5, that's 12. Brian, man. We need to show the work, okay? 7 plus 5, that's 12. 12 plus... Six? Yep. But how does it make any sense, dude? From the back of the book, only the even numbers or the odd ones have the answers. Seven plus 5. Like, how does this make any sense? 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. 1 plus 5 is 6. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, do they add up to be 6? It's a Sudoku, yeah. Equal 9? But you can't, like, it's 7, 5, like... Okay, hold on. 5 plus 3 is 8. I think this outer side here is adds up with a digital root of 6 for June, maybe. Right, let's try this. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 5. See? That's 8, so this has to be 7. Solved it. Please enter password. What? What the fuck is this, dude? Holy shit. It's not password, is it? Nose. Alright, let's try it. I swear to God. Password backwards. It's not that. It's just 9.
Yes, that's it.
Who's here, Greg? Thank you for the raid, my friend. What? Yo. Shout out to Greg. Thank you, SB. Welcome in. You're catching the ending.
Akane, Did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did! Now I just have to press enter!
The password was 9. The number 9.
Then what the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
You push it. You push it, push it.
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key. Oh, wait, that's Akane. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Welcome in, Raiders. I'm Lindsay Harvey. I play weird-ass games like this. And also a lot of Last of Us Part 1.
Jumpy!
Somebody replaced the enter key with the incinerator key. Yes. Everybody follow Greg if you haven't, okay?
It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down!
He said if he gets enough followers, he'll defend his Commonwealth Championship against me. I'll still put him over, but at least I get an opportunity. Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment. 167 followers. You said no such thing. Dude, I said I'll put you over, okay, Roman Reigns? A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. Cave. They don't know what that means, man. For a while, I just lay there laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
Whew.
I was thinking if you wanted to send a voicemail message, you could transcribe it and send it to me. I could call it in for you. Oh, Fiona. I will read it word for word if you want. June always copied my homework. She really did, dude. June never studied. I can't quite believe I did that. But I am so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. I'll go get Sheen off to cook dinner. Alright. You better save some dinner for me. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Hang up.
Oh, of course, that's fine.
Is this why June was obsessed with Junpei? I never liked when she started blushing and being shy. Yeah. I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner on the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongu had left behind. Boom!
Now.
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei,
Are you?
Okay.
Are you nuts?
Shut it.
Damn, dude! So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
Holy shit, what?
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
You knew it, huh? Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. And again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. Oh god. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. Brian is channeling whoever set this machine up. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. These games are so specific and dramatic. You love it. Nothing like Japanese puzzle games. Yep. I've got Akane Vision on my other phone. Shit. Sorry. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then door 9? No, that's it. That number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number. What the fuck is it?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. Then we just have to put the right numbers into the queue and into the red and
30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door!
oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one or we are all fucked. No! SB! No! These are Australian seconds, yeah, they're metric. Alright, no time to explain, just go.
Verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us.
We all need to verify.
Why?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds.
10 seconds, bitches, come on.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
We did it. You think that's a cue? Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy. Time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Australian seconds, is that like a baker's dozen? Yeah. Queue for everybody. Just in time. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. We've still got to find the dead.
Shit. Huh. Looks like we made it, huh?
He looks funny. That guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap,
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
Akane! I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. Here it is. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
Oi! I cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming all those vowels, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. Well, what number is Q? I don't know, I hope they explain it, because I forget. I wrapped my arm around him as far as they could go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay here in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelet began counting down to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. Wait, what? I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Honggu had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective, who we would call 7 in 9 years, and Snake the blind boy were looking at me. Well, Snake wasn't looking at you, 'cause he a blind boy. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide, and their mouths hung open.
Let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It's time we got moving. The mention of Hongu seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiral staircase to freedom. Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating. Oh, this is Junpei. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Yeah, see? Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Base, it's base 10.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10.
A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. What? Yeah.
B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16.
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19.
K is 20, L is 21, M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
Wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q!
SB was right.
Lowercase q!
Yep, that's pretty much it.
SB wins the game.
I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
It's not QAnon stuff. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. 0 is Q. 0 is Q. Dude, what is Junpei Vision looking at right now? I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. Looks like you came in at a good time. Damn, Liam, what's going on, man? Are you serious right now, man? I'm I'm sure most of you know Liam, but if you don't, go follow him, man. Back on Last of Us Part 2, after what seemed like forever God of War, you just got home with dinner. What's dinner, bro? Fried chicken, baby. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run. Run like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. Like a banana, but just the peel. Lurk while you eat, baby. I love them greasy fingers. Yes, yes, yes. I can slap a tornado. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together. You're almost there.
Right. I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why is A 10 and not 1? Because it's base 10, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it goes into alphabet. So then it's A. I have no idea, dude.
We're finally here.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open. And you're gonna open now. You're gonna open. Ooh. Good lord. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. Because between 0 to 9 there are 10 digits. Anything after that is a letter, yeah. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped. We're finally able to escape from the gigantic. On the distant horizon we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Gigantic. Ioi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. If the ship sank, where were we? I think they rebuilt the ship. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally, air. God. Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh? I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Oh, shit. Wait.
No way.
SB, man. Are you channeling the future here? Where do you think we are? Take a guess, guys. Where do you think we are? Unless you know already, then don't guess. The set of the Truman Show. A ship inside of another ship. Alright, here we go. You've got to be shitting me.
It can't be.
This is...
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I have ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Q, there it is again. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electric chip, like an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. Weren't there waves like the ship rocking? Please don't. What? I think it's an illusion. Like, there was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Connie.
Please don't let Q and I get a hold of this narrative.
Jumpy.
They're gonna think it's real. What does he know about? Yeah, dude. He's not a detonator expert. What was the captain in full uniform like he was on his ship? What was the captain? Yeah, I don't know. I guess the windows were not real, maybe. Guess I must be pretty crazy. Why? So June kidnapped these people and shoved them in here. That's just what he wears, yeah. He likes to cosplay as a cereal mascot. Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. You're hearing a little girl's voice, by the way. Oh wait, no, maybe it's grown-ass June. Goldberg and Burns missed it, yeah. What a game, huh? Dude, that was awesome. Oh, no. No, that is the real ending, SB. But now we go to part 2, huh? Dryson still here? Hell yeah. Work is boring though, yeah. But wasn't June dying from some illness? She was. She wasn't dying, but she was like having a fever and whatnot. I don't know. Where is Alice? Where is Alice? Where is Alice, SB?
Okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
You want to see them? Man, Junpei's voice was the same voice.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well...
Oh, Jesus.
It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
Very sexy. What happened to this dude? He fought off the people who were trying to kill her rabbits, I think.
What does that even mean?
He got bit this turning. Oh no. Junpei grinned and...
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too
Can you tell from his deep voice?
You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building. Keys in the ignition, gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
So are we leaving Ace, Santa, and June alive so that we have a repeat? Well, Santa and June are ahead of us. Yeah, is Ace is with us,
I
right?
saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
Oh shit! God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They had been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. Wow. The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them, furious.
What the hell are you doing?
They were really shitting on SUVs. Yeah. Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big, swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
I guess I could have.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into
They
the
asked me
wind.
what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I
fucked them up.
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
He probably busted the kid's knuckles open real good. SB. So many layers to this. I want to turn them into bananas. Full bananas? They probably don't know any
Like
more
Ace.
than I do.
Well, I guess I should say Guitaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Just the peels, man.
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty, no emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him
Were
anymore.
you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces. By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I can supply that as well. You see, the human collective consciousness...
I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on. Damn, Junpei.
So what's your second question? You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little
My
nosy.
next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Oh, SB.
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own. Trying to catch him when he finally slipped up. During the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck.
Yeah, we found it
There was
too.
nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae. I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it.
Yo, how was the chicken, man? Was it finger licking good?
I used that extract to create Sopor. Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is going on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongu. It was delicious, nice. The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. Isn't that the plant used by witches for spells and stuff? You got the fried chicken with spicy honey hot sauce. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. From what establishment, Liam? What restaurant?
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is, for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
Jumpy pulled something out of the pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. Red Rooster. Yep. Competitor, huh? Do they only serve male chickens? Jumpy pulled something out of the pocket and shoved it out. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
A for you doll?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
I am going to do Virtue's Last Resort, yeah. Last Reward, sorry, yeah. Voodoo doll. Okay.
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
Well, you know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd, you know,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Tribal chief? Acknowledge me. Dude, Junpei sounds like Sam from The Last of Us Part 1.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this, it me. So we always together.
Damn, dude, that's a little rude, huh?
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reach my hand out and pick up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. So the other day, SB, I started just doing encounters in The Last of Us, and dude, I was getting murdered, man. But yes, I do plan on doing it. I want to get comfortable enough to like even attempt a whole game where like I'm not dying in the slums. So we'll see. Tears streamed down my face and fell into June's tiny yarn body.
Jumpy, I'll never forget you, I promise.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat bathed in the warm light of evening, just the two of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. Yeah, 9 years ago she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic, but she's still alive now. Oh, hey Yo-Yo. Hey. That's a keyboard, don't step on it. But how? Was it because I tapped into the Morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that then, how do I make sense of what 7 remembers? Hey boy. Yeah? How dare you tell Yo-Yo what he can't do in his own home? Snake makes sense. He's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anyway. But 7, he said he was sure he saw it. Doesn't that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, 7? You look satisfied. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
I'm a guest in Yo-Yo's home, not the other way around. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. Yeah, boy. There's somebody next to the road. Huh?
What? Hmm?
Here you go, SB. The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The deserts around her rippled with heat. Standing there on the shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. It's a children's game. Alice, baby. All hitchhikers look like that. It's a fun. Yes. Boom. Okay, access for shall return. That is the end. See? We got all of it. Right? What's that yellow symbol right there? What is that? That's it. Oh, this unlocks that. That's why. So we have to get this in order to unlock that. And then there's all this shit. Okay. Boom. Let's see. Anticlimactic. So here's the ship. SB, let's see. Maybe we never see the water, huh? Or maybe they just assumed it looked like that. Okay. Well. How do I get back to... What the hell is this? What's preview? Oh, the trailers. Can I really not go to the the game, the beginning of the game? What does this do? That's kind of weird. I thought we could maybe go back to the title screen, but okay. Well, I guess this is it for tonight, guys. Alright, let me see where we're at. Ooh. Who? It didn't delete. Well, you know what? Let's maybe... Let's sing some songs. You guys want to sing some songs together? So June was banking on the last ending being the right one and not the one where everyone is dead. She was not counting on Clover axing everybody. No. Hmm. Why did Clover do that? Because I think just the path we took led her to do that. Because she thought Snake was dead. I just saw your redemption, yes. Let's do an Oh Billy. You guys ready? Oh god, I just want a screen without any noise. Here we go. Oh, Billy! Huh? Yeah. Alright. Let's sing some, Postal Service. How's that, guys? I'm gonna sing both boy and girl part. Okay? Nothing better. Let me get it. Will someone please call a surgeon who can crack my ribs and repair this broken heart that you're deserting for better company? I can't accept that it's over, and I will block the door like a goalie tending the net in the third quarter of a tight game rivalry. So just say how to make it right, and I swear I'll do my best to comply. Tell me, am I right to think that there could be nothing better than making you my bride and slowly growing old together? Yeah. I feel I must interject here. You're getting carried away, feeling sorry for yourself with these revisions and gaps in history. So let me help you remember, I've made charts and graphs that should finally make it clear. I've prepared a lecture on why I have to leave. So please back away and let me go. I can't, my darling, I love you so. Oh, oh. Tell me, am I right to think that there could be nothing better Then making you my bride and slowly growing old together. Don't you feed me lines about some idealistic future. Your heart won't heal right if you keep tearing out the searchers. Yo, you're going crazy. Don't hit me. I know that I have made mistakes. And I swear I'll never wrong you again. You've got a lure I can't deny. But you've had your chance, so say goodbye. Say goodbye. Thank you, Liam. Appreciate you. Yo-Yo Dustin, I can do better. He's over here with his catnip toy and licking it and then sometimes trying to hit me in the face. Oh, that is one of my favorites. Is there anyone here that is queer? If anyone would like to share, please feel free. What's another one? Let's do another one. There is a streamer that is doing a giveaway, but only to queer streamers. Oh. Smeared black ink. Your palms are sweaty, and I'm barely listening to last demands. I'm staring at the asphalt, wondering what's buried underneath where I am. Where I am. Where my badge. Vinyl sticker with big block letters adherent to my chest tells your new friends I am a visitor here. I am not permanent, and the only thing keeping me dry is seems so out of context in this gaudy apartment complex. A stranger with your door key explaining that I'm just visiting, and I am finally seeing why I was the one worth leaving. Why I was the one worth leaving. sleeps alone tonight. This is The District Sleeps Alone Tonight. Seems so out of context in this gaudy apartment complex. A stranger with your door key, explaining that I'm just visiting, and I am finally seeing why I was the one worth leaving. Why I was the one worth leaving. The district sleeps alone tonight after the bars turn out their lights and sending autos swerving into the loneliest evening. And I am finally seeing why I was the one worth leaving. Why I was the one worth leaving. Entry incomplete. Yo, man. What is going on? If you don't know entry, I'm sure you all do by now, but if you don't, my goodness, man. This guy is doing streams where he's like studying the RNG live on the spot. It's pretty interesting. Check him out, man. Liam. Yeah, this is Postal Service. Are you familiar with them? You should check them out. Postal Service is amazing. One of my favorite bands. So Postal Service is made up from several people. The lead singer is from Death Cab for Cutie. And him and the other two people were sending their parts back and forth to create a song. This was like, before internet was this good. But yeah, they never like recorded things together. It was just they were sending their pieces back and forth, and then they meshed them together. That's why they're called the Postal Service. But look them up. Maybe play them on your stream. I love Death Cab too. Although I haven't listened to any of their new stuff. I know they just released a bunch of new stuff. New music discoveries are the best. Well. And now I just want to sing songs. Ben Gibbard, baby. I played this song here, Brand New Colony, at my wedding. Alright, here we go. Brand new colony. I'll be the grapes fermented, bottled and served with a table set in my finest suit, like a perfect gentleman. I'll be the fire escape that's bolted to the ancient brick where you will sit and contemplate your day. Contemplate your day. I'll be the water wings that save you if you start drowning in an open tap when your judgment's on the brink. I'll be the phonograph that plays your favorite albums back as you're lying there, drifting off to sleep. Drifting off to sleep. I'll be the platform shoes, undo what heredity's done to you. You won't have to strain to look into my eyes. I'll be your winter coat, button zip straight to the throat with the collar up so you won't catch a cold. I want to take you far from the cynics in this town and kiss you on the mouth. We'll cut our bodies free from the tethers of this scene. Start a brand new colony where everything will change. We'll give ourselves new names, identities erased. The sun will heat the grounds under our bare feet. In this brand new colony, a brand new colony. Man, these lyrics kill me, dude. Alright, well, who's on, man? Daughter? Is that a song? I may have. Thanks, SB. Is Daughter a song or a band? Daughter's a band? Okay. I can't play it on my stream, dude. I'll get I'll get whatever that thing happens. How do you do that on your stream, Liam? How do you play stuff on there and then like you don't get hit with copyright strike? It's an American rock band? What the fuck? How come I've never heard of them? They don't fuck with you. I will check them out off stream, and then I will discuss them with you. How's that? It's a setting. Say, I don't have OBS. I'm streaming from a PlayStation 5, baby. Yeah, I've heard that a few of their songs, but the band name sounds odd. Alright, I'm gonna sing one more. We're gonna do the first album, If You Leave to Start. Okay, I'll check that. If You Leave to Start. I'm gonna sing Slow Chemical of Finger 11. This was the theme song of Kane. The Undertaker's kayfabe brother. The wonder of the world is gone, I know for sure. All the wonder that I want, I found in her. As the whole becomes a part, I strike to burn, and no flame returns. Every intuition fails to find its way. One more table turn around, I'm back again. Finding I'm more lost and found when she's not around. When she's not around, I feel it coming down. Give me what I could never ask for. Connect me and you could be my chemical. Give me the drug you know I'm after. Connect me and you could be my chemical. When everybody yes, boy. When everybody, the chemicals go slow, slow. When everybody, will go slow, slow. Everybody wants you, so give me what I could never ask for. Connect me and you could be my chemical now. Give me the drug you know I'm after. Connect me and you could be my chemical. Say hi, boy. Without biting me, say hi. That's it? There you go. Long time ago, huh? Long time ago. Okay. So seriously. Refine yo-yo. Who should we raid out to today? Who should we raid out to today? You know, let's raid somebody new, huh? We're gonna raid Cozy Low Bean. Cozy Low Bean. They're playing something called Sun Haven. Thank you all for being here. As we're getting ready to raid out, let's do a final. Hey, check all these people out, alright? If you haven't, check them all out, please. Here's my mod, Brian with an I. Give him a follow, man. Trying to hit affiliate. That Reedy girl. Awesome Aussie. Check her out. Laura Malia. Lord also got a gift sub from Kim earlier today. Alright guys, Liam, if you stream later, I'll catch you then. Otherwise, let's raid now.